So we got juniper here. This particular one is called gray owl, but these rules apply to most any juniper that you're going to do. You want to avoid shearing. This is what's going on here. It's actually, it takes so much to shear it that it actually bruises the top of the plant. So if you see, all the tips are now bruised, and it's just going to flatten out. And again, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to create this crust of foliage, and everything on the inside will die. So we've got some new growth here along these edges. As a rule, conifers, which this is a conifer, does not respond to rejuvenation. So if we had to cut this all the way back to the ground, it would just die. So we've got to constantly keep these air holes in here and keep a natural look, so it always has new foliage coming on, because once it loses it, it loses it. So I'm just going to go through again, selectively prune, go into the thick, go into the largest side and making my cuts. Just as I work through it. I don't have any other method but just working through it. And from time to time, I'll step back and look at it again, thinking about letting that light penetrate the plant. So we have a thick spot here, so now I want to look in and see if there's anywhere that I can create light into the plant. See how that one cut right there just made a hole. So on this side, it's a very hard, almost looks like a full triangle. So there's a lot of foliage on the outside, a lot of foliage on the inside, and some heavy canes down here. And so at this point, this is where it was trimmed last time selectively. So we'll just go in and remove one now, because we've really brought it on. Now, see, that created a hole. We'll go over here to this side, created a hole. And now to get rid of this hard edge, we'll look to remove some of this. Again, there's an old cut. And there's some buds that came on and filled that area in, so maybe we can lose this larger one now. And it just makes more holes for light. You're always thinking about light penetrating the plant. So now I'm back over here where I started. I've gone all the way around the edge of the plant. I've looked into the interior. Now as I stand here, I can see that this is a hard top. So I want to reduce that hard, flat look a little bit more. This is what we've reduced out of the plant so far. So we step back and we take a look at it. So the cameraman just asked me about this corner over here, if this is an area that should be reduced. Well, the rule is you can't take more than 1/3 of the plant at a time. So you can see this is not quite 1/3 of the plant that we've taken off. So if we can find a place to trim this back to, we can. So in this case, we take this one out. It's starting to soften this area up. Is there another one? Possibly here. soften it up. You still have the remnants of the old trim job on here, but see this new pretty stuff that's coming up? This is the skyrocket stuff you're wanting to see, like fireworks coming out of the plant. That's the way you want to maintain this. So always step back, look at your work, and make decisions, because you can always take more off, but you can't put it back. So on this side we have a plant. This is the way it's looked after it's been sheared. A nice flat top that doesn't look natural, and a lot of burning of the needles where the trimmers rub past it and cause the bruise. On this side, we've reduced that hard top off of it and have reduced the plant by maybe a 1/16 of the plant. But we have what will be a nice natural look to this plant.